For decades, the Timol family carried what they knew, that the man they buried had not chosen to die. They were not alone in their doubt. Human rights organizations, anti-apartheid activists, and legal scholars had long documented a pattern of deaths in South African police custody during the apartheid era. Detainees who fell from windows, detainees who slept in showers, detainees who, according to the official record, had taken their own lives while in the hands of the security branch. The explanations were consistent, the circumstances were suspicious, and for years, under a government that controlled the courts, the media, and the narrative, those questions had nowhere to go. After the end of apartheid and the establishment of Truth and Reconciliation Commission in the 1990s, some of those stories began to surface publicly. Former security police officers made applications for amnesty. Details emerged about interrogation methods, about what happened inside facilities like John Vorster Square, and about the culture of impunity that had surrounded the security branch. Ahmed Timol's name remained present in those conversations. His nephew, Imtiaz Kaji, had spent years researching his uncle's case. He gathered evidence, he spoke to witnesses, he built a documented argument that the 1972 inquest finding was wrong, and that the truth of what had happened on October 27, 1971 had never been properly examined. In 2017, but 6 years after Ahmed Timol's death, the North Gauteng High Court agreed to reopen the inquest. It was an extraordinary development. A legal process that had been closed for nearly 5 decades was being reconsidered. New forensic evidence would be examined. Expert witnesses would testify. The question of what had really happened inside John Vorster Square would finally be put before a court again. For the Timol family, it was the moment they had waited for across generations. For South Africa, it was a confrontation that a past with the country had never fully processed. The hearings drew significant public attention. Forensic pathologists, historians, former detainees who had survived John Vorster Square and were willing to describe what they had experienced inside those walls. The picture that emerged was detailed and deeply uncomfortable, and decades later, the case had finally reopened.